So you're a mom who feels like you're constantly giving, always putting your child first, holding it all together, managing everything on your own, not asking for help, researching milestones late at night, planning every meal to be organic, balanced, arranging activities, play dates, monitoring screen time down to the minute, trying to never raise your voice, being emotionally available 24/7, even when you're completely drained. And then one day you see a juice box spill on the floor, and out of nowhere you feel a wave of anger and despair followed by guilt. Guilt that you're not a good enough mom, that you're not doing enough, and you start to wonder, what's wrong with me? So what if I told you there is nothing wrong with you? What you're feeling isn't about failing as a mother. It's about what you've been taught a good mom is supposed to be. It's about this invisible weight so many mothers carry every single day without even realizing it. So in this video, I want to talk about intensive parenting, a concept backed by research that explains why trying to be the perfect mom often leads to more parenting anger, frustration, and even aggression. And more importantly, how to manage those feelings so you can feel more at peace, more fulfilled, and ultimately become the kind of mother you truly want to be. I'm Dr. Alyona Prikhidko, and for the last 25 years, I've been working as a therapist and doing research in emotion regulation and parenting. And I'm a mom myself, so I had my share of struggles. Some of them I overcame. So let's talk about ways to change our attitudes about mothering if they're making you feel stressed and anxious or even depressed. If you find this helpful, please subscribe, share with fellow moms. So first, what exactly is intensive parenting or intensive mothering? It's this cultural pressure that tells you that your kids always come first, that you should be emotionally available at all times, that it's your job, only your job, to get this right. And if it doesn't feel hard, exhausting, and all-consuming, then maybe you're doing it wrong. So, you've probably felt it, the subtle or not so subtle messages that say, you must always put your child's needs ahead of your own. You should be physically, emotionally on 24/7. Parenting should be fulfilling all the time, and if it's not, then something's wrong with you. Well, sociologists say these are unrealistic expectations no one can fully meet, but so many moms internalize them, quietly feeling like they're failing just for being human. Researchers actually developed something called Intensive Parenting Questionnaire, and it helps explain why so many women stretch thin and silently overwhelmed. So there are 5 main beliefs. Child-centeredness, the belief that your child's needs should always come before your own. Essentialism, that you as a mother are the only one truly capable of raising your child the right way. Fulfillment is that being a mother should bring you joy all the time. Challenging, that parenting is supposed to be difficult, maybe even miserable, and if it's not, you're probably doing something wrong. And stimulation, that you should constantly be creating enriching, stimulating experiences for your child. So can you see how all of this might add up to feeling like you're never enough? It is an impossible standard, and it's not your fault for feeling like you're drowning under it. So one of the dark sides of intensive parenting is experience and expression of parental anger, which a lot of mothers feel but rarely say out loud. Anger at kids has roots with your anger at the weight of being the default parent, the emotional anchor, the invisible glue. So essentialism, one of the beliefs, often fuels this anger. It's the idea that moms are the real parents and no one else, not even a partner, can care the way you can. And here's the thing, when you believe you're the only one who can meet your child's needs, you end up carrying it all. The planning, the worrying, the guilt, the emotional labor. So it's isolating, it's exhausting, and eventually it starts turning into resentment. Several studies I did showed that the more strongly a mother believes in these essentialistic ideals, the more likely she is to feel anger. Not because she doesn't love her children, but because she's expected to do everything alone, without rest, without backup. So that anger is not a flaw. It's a signal that you need space, support, and relief. When those expectations pile up, many moms hit a breaking point, which is burnout. So parental burnout isn't just being tired, it's a deep emotional exhaustion. You feel detached, like you're going through the motions but not really there. You start doubting yourself, wondering if you're even a good parent anymore. And when you're burned out, your emotional capacity shrinks. So small things feel huge. You snap, then feel guilt. That guilt is crushing because you were told a good mother is always calm, always patient, always joyful, and it's a vicious cycle. And it takes a real toll on your mental health. So many mothers who internalize these beliefs report higher levels of depression and anxiety. Why? Well, because you're not just raising kids, you're constantly measuring yourself against this invisible rule book. And then there's this social media. You scroll through perfect photos, spotless homes, happy kids, fresh dinners, smiling moms, and feel like everyone else is doing it better. But remember this, you're seeing their highlighted reel, not their meltdowns, not their messy rooms, not their 3 a.m. tears. Well, still comparison creeps in. You start questioning yourself, wondering if you're enough. And that fear of being seen as not good enough drives perfectionism, which feeds burnout, fuels anger, and deepens guilt. It's not just tiring, it's damaging. Okay, so what now? What do you do with all of this weight you've been carrying? So first, let yourself feel it. You're not failing because you're overwhelmed. You're not a bad mom because you're angry or tired or questioning everything. You are human. You're doing your best under impossible expectations. So try this. Journal without judgment. Write your feelings as they are. Say your emotion out loud. I feel overwhelmed right now. Let yourself cry or sit in silence for 10 minutes or play music that matches your mood and let yourself feel this. So second, give yourself permission to rest. You don't have to earn rest. You deserve it, period. Even 5 quiet minutes, even a hot shower without guilt, it really matters. So you can schedule 10-15 minutes daily for guilt-free rest. No chores, no phone, nothing. Just you. Make your shower a ritual. Add music, candles. Choose do not disturb signal like certain blanket or object, or say I need a break without explaining yourself. Start being curious about your beliefs. So ask yourself, where did this idea come from that I should do everything alone? Is it true that asking for help means that I am weak? Who told me I need to be perfect to be a good mom? Notice the shoulds. It's very important. Whenever you think I should be doing more, pause, ask, says who? Is that coming from your heart or from the pressure you never agreed to? Do a belief audit. List your beliefs, then trace where they came from. Keep a notebook for every should you catch yourself thinking. Talk with a friend or therapist about these beliefs. Say, says who? Aloud when guilt shows up. And also you can try both and thinking. You can be loving and exhausted, grateful and burned out, a wonderful mom and in need of support. So you can try affirmations like, I am tired and I'm still doing my best. You can write 2 column lists, one for your struggles, one for your strengths. You can text trusted friend and say that I'm feeling 2 things at once. Can I share? Then you need to rewrite the story and create new beliefs, ones that actually support your mental and emotional health. Try this. I don't have to be perfect to be a good mother. Or my needs matter too. Or it's okay to ask for help. It makes me strong, not weak. Make it stick. You can put these affirmations on your fridge or mirror. You can record them as voice memos and replay them when needed. You can start a new story journal and write these beliefs daily, or create a small truth board of quotes that speak to your soul. And finally, you need to surround yourself with people who are honest, not polished. Because you're not alone in this, and you never were. You can try to curate your feed, unfollow perfect images, follow honest voices, or join a mom group that values real talk, not perfection. Or you can have safe space for real updates with your friends, or tell someone you trust, can we be more real with each other? So here's the truth. You do not need to carry the weight of impossible expectations anymore. You get to decide what kind of mother you want to be. And she doesn't have to be perfect. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to be human and still be enough. This isn't about doing less for your children. It's about doing more for yourself so you can show up in a way that's healthy, present, and real. If this spoke to you, send it to another mom who needs to hear it. Let's stop pretending and start supporting each other. You are doing much better than you think. Take care of yourself. You matter too. I will see you next time.